Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bar Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Shem, Harakah, Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. This is a biblical commentary on Joshua, the 7th chapter, and it reads, But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. Right, and what was the accursed thing? The Lord spoke in the previous chapter of basically taking nothing unto themselves, but for everything to be put into the treasury of the Lord. Okay, so if you would have took of one of those things, that would make it an accursed thing. All right, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zariah of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. Okay, and Joshua sent men to Jericho, from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth Aven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let 2 or 3 thousand men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. All right. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. All right, and so these men, because the Lord had basically, because there was there were a curse. The Most High, when they went down there, this few amount of people that was looked out, basically were sent running, man, sent packing, and that goes back to the law. It tells you that in the law, in the Leviticus, it says about one shall chase 100, or five shall chase 100, and 100 shall chase put 1,000 to flight, something to that effect. But basically, if we're cursed, that the opposite would happen, that we'll be put to flight, and that's what happened, man, because we became what, an accursed thing. All right, and and the men of Ai smote of them about 30 and 6 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down, wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. Yeah, man, they felt faint hearted. Why? Because they after the win over Jericho, circling the city once every day for 6 days, and then 7 times on the seventh, and then blowing the horns, and the walls coming down, and then plundering the city after doing so, and seeing the fact that these people were just, they had no fight in them. They were on a high, man. They had great confidence. The word confidence means with faith. All right, so they had great faith in who? Yahweh, their power, our power, the Most High God. But guess what? When they saw that on a lesser, such thing happen on a lesser scale, that confounded them, man, and had them lacking in faith. So that's why they became faint-hearted. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the evening tide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord power, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us? Would to Yahweh we be content and dwelt on the other. We had been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan. O Yahweh, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall um, envy on us round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto thy great name? Yeah, because Israel is known as what? Sion. Sion meaning in the Lashwan Kodash being to Zion, which is monument. And a monument basically means, is when you have a monument is meant to uphold something or someone, to be a representation of that thing or person, or, and in this case being the power of Yahweh. Israel is basically the monument unto the Heavenly Father, where the displaying of, you know, the Israelites are basically your um a medium to the spiritual realm, for lack of a better word. Basically, we're a representation of something that can't be seen. That's on the other side of this dimension. All right, the great power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we represent. So if the Lord wipes out the name of Israel, more or less he's wiping out his own great name. And that's why Joshua said, like, if that's the case, then what are you gonna do with your great name? All right, because the word Israel itself means what? Yasha Allah. He is a prince of the power. Being a prince of the power basically is all about being a son to the most high power, basically. So it's all about Yahweh's name, all right, his glory. Verse 10, and the Lord said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it amongst their own stuff. All right. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed from amongst you. Up and sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. For thus saith the Lord power of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou canst not stand before thine enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. In the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes, and it shall be that the tribe which the Lord taketh shall come according to the families thereof, and the family which the Lord shall take shall come by households, and the households which the Lord shall take shall come man by man. And it shall be, he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, he and all that he hath. Okay, and that's the point, he that he have. And we're going to read on. Because he have transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he have wrought folly in Israel. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. All right. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of Zarhites, and he brought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabdi was taken. And he brought the household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerai, of the tribe of Judah, was taken. And this even shows you how the family structure was built. All right, this is this is a form of organization that is non-existent today. Me being, my worldly so-called nationality is Nigerian. Um, my tribe being Yoruba. Now back home, I don't know about my dad's side. Really, that's due to curses. I don't even know nothing about my dad. So I only know my dad, and that's as far as it goes. But my mum's side, they come from a so-called royal line out there, and all their family is out there in cahoots. Even though they have their same, nigger problems and whatnot, the curses and whatnot. But basically, it's they possess because of that so-called royalty amongst the people, the fact that they come from a royal line, they still have all their 400 odd, somewhat, just above a clan. They're all still aware of who they are, okay, and they're able to see their cousins. So that's on a light scale. But this is the true organization. Like you'd have you'd have the tribe, as the Lord broke down. You'd have the tribe, Salakia, the tribe, then you have family, then you'd have the household, and then you'd have a man within a household. That's the way that we would have been broken up. But today, we ain't got that, man, because the Lord, according to prophecy, said he'll take one from a family and two from a city, or something to that effect in the book of Jeremiah. And the Lord basically come up to break up the family structure, because we're coming in the spirit of Abraham. Abraham, where was he? He was out in basically in modern day, Babylon, the Chaldees, the light of the Chaldees, and he basically left there to basically start initiate the blessing that the Most High gave him. All right, but that's basically the same spirit we're coming in, because really I know for a fact my family is heavily dysfunctional, and just. And I know most Jakes it's the same way as well, man, because that's the curses. So reading on, uh, um, verse 19, and Joshua said to Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord power of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou has done, hide it not from me. Yeah, give glory unto the Heavenly Father because he got you, man. He outed you, all right? So you got to come clean. And Achan answered Joshua, and the name Achan in the Lashon Kodash is I Khan, I Ka Na, which basically means trouble or troublesome, troubler, all right? And it's a nomen omen, which basically means he lived up to the name of troubling Israel, okay, by putting making it as to where 36 men died, right? And said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord power of Israel, and thus I have done. When I saw that among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels of weight, 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of the tent, and the silver under it. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto his tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zariah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had, possessive pronoun, because they what belonged unto him. What belonged unto him? His children, his sons and his daughters, his cattle, the oxen, the asses, the sheep, and also his house, more or less, being his tent. All right. And then furthermore, all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day. Right? And that's him living up to his name. He troubled the nation of Israel, so he wound up being troubled. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and buried him, and burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger. Wherefore the name of the place is called the Valley of Achor unto this day. Now valley, is a low land, because it's to extrapolate it, it's you could say it represents the lowness of Israel at the time, but the main point being Achor, because basically Achor means the valley of troubling. All right, Achor, if my memory serves me correct. But that shows you that, look, once you get right with the Heavenly Father, and there ain't a cursed thing, you're sanctified before the Heavenly Father, the Most High is going to be in your favor. So with that, man, I pray you're edified. Shalom.